Raw for TV. Join the revolution. This is Palmetto Star, the Ratchet Revolutionary, and host of Too Raw for TV. I'm too raw for TV. If you hear my voice, then you're part of the revolution. Welcome to the new world. I'm your host, the Ratchet Revolutionary, Palmetto Star, but you can call me Prophet. Hit me up on Twitter, on X, Black Twitter, Elon's toy, whatever you want to call it, at 2 Raw for TV Radio. That's the number 2, RAW, the number 4, TV Radio. You're watching this right now on 2 Raw for TV, an exclusive, uncensored platform. You're either watching that on here or you're watching it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, the many myriad of platforms that we're on live, but only for the first 15 minutes. This is the social media friendly revolution, because guess what? Just like the name says, we're going to get 2 Raw for TV, 2 Raw for these social media sites, 2 Raw for Instagram, 2 Raw for Facebook. So come on over to Raw for TV. You actually get the app on your iPhone, your iPad, all of those different apps. Or go on the site and get it for your Android as well. You get the beta 2 Raw for TV app on your Android if you got an Android like me. So go ahead. But tonight we're talking. Now, you may have heard of the book, How to Eat to Live, but we're talking tonight about how to drink to live. And we're talking to Emauel, who is the founder of Live Alkaline Water. So you guys definitely tap in all the way. With that, we're going to be talking to him and so much more. But if you could introduce yourself, Emauel, and tell people who you are and where they can find you at online.
Well, my name is Emauel, also known as Chief Emauel, out of Yadkinville, North Carolina, also out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You can go on Instagram, 4550. If you want McCray 4550, if you want to look us up, kind of get a little history and background on it. Or you can look up Live Alkaline Water on Instagram, YouTube, Google, whatever platform you're on, we on there. And check us out.
Yes, you definitely check them out. Hey, and check this out tonight for our 2 Raw for TV fan. We're going to be doing some new segments on 2 Raw for TV. This is the first time we're unveiling that, So we're going to be doing some segments, showing some shadow band videos, going down the rabbit hole, and so much more. Pushing P, all of that exclusively on 2 Raw for TV. So you guys get in tune. We're doing some new segments. Of course, you could call in live 470-572-7678. The phone lines are hot. So you guys call in.
Social media friendly revolution.
Yeah. So this is the first 15 minutes. We're going to be here on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, whatever social media platform is out there. But guess what? It's not 2 Raw for TV. So this is the social media friendly site. So we're going to put it out there tonight. I'm talking to a very, very important historical brother. You know what I'm saying? He was just talking about how the historians were trying to put him in the history books, and that's where he needs to be too. You know what I'm saying? But he's living history. He's a living history. Emauel, and he has brought in that live alkaline water. You guys may have seen it online. It's going viral on all your social media. So you guys check it out. Get in tune. Tap in and get right. Drink to live. So we're talking about drink to live now. Of course, I took that from the brother Master Far, the brother his
Elijah
book,
Muhammad.
How to Eat to Live. Yep. Yeah, How to Eat to Live. So how what's your thoughts on that? How to Eat to Live, and what when someone says that, what's your first thoughts when you hear How to Eat to
Well,
Live?
my thought is eating to live is, eating the right food, growing your own food.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
my first thought on it. And that's the only way you can ready to eat to live is to grow your own, to have your own. Learn to feed yourself
Hmm.
right, think right, eat right, you'll drink right.
Mm. That part, that part, that part. So yeah, we're talking about all of that because it's powerful stuff, man. You gotta eat to live. You gotta drink. You gotta drink the right stuff. And live alkaline water is the right thing. That's the right thing to be drinking. That's the right thing to put in your body because water is so important. We're made up of mostly water. You know what I'm saying? We're made up of mostly water. So to have that water inside you, to drink that water, that's important. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know how you got into the just the live alkaline water, how that even came about, how did that become a thing?
Well, when I first started out, it didn't actually start out with the water. It started out we talked about food, learning to eat right, learning to grow your own food. And the brother asked me one day, who was on the land, he asked one day, he say, is there anything else that you think you can bring outside of the food? Because everybody bring food. And I didn't say nothing right off about the water until after my great aunt, who was at the church service, until she spoke to me. She shut the church down. Not so much to shut it down, but she called me out of the church and pointed out to the land and say, the blood of your ancestors are crying out for you. You're responsible for this.
Mm.
And at that time, it's a long story. At that time, I was young. I didn't really want that responsibility. So I ran for 3 years away from
What?
it. And that's how, by the time I got back after 3 years, trying to dodge the responsibility, I got into the water. That was one of the first things I got back into is doing the water, but it wasn't called live at the time. It was called Superior H2O. And
Mm.
but that name was a good name, but the label that the brother came back with didn't belong to us. And I didn't know until he got in the situation. And that's how I found out. And
Well,
then my problem was, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying. No, he came back with somebody else's stuff.
He had somebody else stuff.
Mm.
He told me it was his. He had somebody else stuff. But all things work out for the good, for when you want to do right, right go come to you. So
Right.
what happened, he was getting ready to get sued for infringement on somebody, copyright infringement on somebody else's label. And I end up, man, it was kind of frustrating, but I end up going to sleep that night thinking about what I'm gonna have to do. The Most High showed it to me. Came up with live alkaline water label. The next day I got up immediately when he got that taken care of. Started getting everything done, paperwork done, everything that needed to be done to make sure everything was tight for us. And that's how that label got started. And so what
So
God
you
had
saw.
given
So
to
you
me,
saw. Hold up. Pause, because I think that I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying. So basically, you saw in a dream the live
in a vision,
alkaline
yeah,
water in a
yeah,
vision.
that the live alkaline
Right.
label was in the vision. So
Mm.
when that was given to me, so that's what I went with, and that's what I stick with.
Well, it's definitely doing its thing. Like I said, if you guys may have seen it, it's been going viral all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? You got 13 keys and a lot of different people that supporting the movement. And big time shout out to these brothers that are definitely doing their thing. But yeah, it's some really good stuff that you got going on. And now you guys just got linked up with some very big retail, Walmart. How did that whole thing come about?
Well, I had when I was sitting down with a couple of my board members at the time, they asked me a question. They say, one of them said, Mr. McCray, let me ask you a question. I said, yes, sir. He said, what do you want to do? And my thinking is, who is the biggest retailer in the world that we know of? And who do our people go to? So my
Hmm.
thinking was, if we can get in there, I can get my people attention. And that was really the whole premises behind getting into Walmart. Get the attention of our people because they need to understand what's for us, by us, and through us is the best thing happening. And once I got into Walmart, and it took about less than 30 days for me to get in there. Once I got into Walmart, it was uphill since then. And in the interview, somebody asked me, said, "Well, why don't you let Walmart be your biggest distributor?" I said, "That's not where I'm going. Walmart was just a stepping stone for me to get my people, and it's my people that I'm concerned about being able to have clean water, clean food, being able to have create from entrepreneurship to ownership, having their own business, and that's the key to being successful in this lifetime."
And you know that's right, because the whole thing about you know, the water and all of this stuff like that, and these, you know, black people, if you're associated with some sort of name, you know what I'm saying, that's when they start to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? That's when they start
Yes,
to,
sir.
oh well, oh, he's associated with this XXYZ, and usually it's a Pell person, unfortunately, but when they're associated with that, you know what I'm saying. That's what they start to gravitate towards it more. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you have
And I
something
said,
that's good at the end of that, so that's a good thing.
well, I like I tell them, a lot of times so-called black folks don't believe nothing to white folks said anyway.
Right.
The white folks had to put their approval on it, but some black folks will say, "Yeah, now I'm ready." And at that time, still a lot of them still didn't believe in the product and believe that it can be where it's at now. But
Yeah,
my
they
motto is
believe
how you
now
like
that
it now.
Sam Walton co-signed, now they believe, now they're a believer.
Exactly.
It's sad but true, you know what I'm saying? But you know that's what it is, and I'm glad that you brought it to that attention, and that probably is part of the reason why it's going so viral on social media as well, you know. But I'm glad that
Yes,
you're
sir.
bringing good products to the people. You know, however you got to do it. I'm a firm believer in Malcolm X strategy by any means necessary. So you got, you
Yes, sir.
know, so so bring it to the people like that. Now I know that you know you have the land out there, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? You guys get the alkaline water from there. Now, what is live alkaline water? Now, tell me why it's so important for that water to be live.
Because it's like I tell anybody, if your water is live and full of good minerals, it nourishes the body back to good health. I tell people, I have seen people with certain ailments where dead water wouldn't help, where you take that live water and it clears it up. Not only does it clear up, but it gives them vitality because of the 108 different trace minerals. That's why it's so important to have live water. Not just live water, but live water that's naturally alkaline. Because we know what alkaline water is good for. It's good for the blood system. It's good for detoxing and all kind of different other stuff that it will help you out, help the body out.
Now, tell me the difference between alkaline water and spring water. Like, if somebody was like, okay, so what's the difference between this spring water,
But,
this and this
but
alkaline water?
most,
What's the difference?
what most people don't understand, probably about 75% to 80% of the spring water is not alkaline. It's acidic. It's either on the
Okay.
acidic side or on the neutral side, meaning that it doesn't serve a true purpose. But the spring water, because we tested a whole lot of them, the spring water that we tested, that they say spring water, is acidic, which will hurt the body, which will hurt your physical health. And I mean, I can name a whole bunch of them, but I won't name them on here because you know how that goes. But the
Well,
alkaline water, you find very rare. Springs are very rare. That's alkaline with a lot of minerals. And the difference with that, once you find something like that, we call that the water of Zimzim, meaning life water. Water that's giving you life and not taking life away from you. Acidic water, if you
all
drink
right.
it, it actually pulls the minerals out of your body.
Well, Emauel, you saying a lot. You saying a lot, and it's getting too raw for TV in here. You know what I'm saying? It's too much for the social media. So if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on any of these social media sites, it's not going to be social media friendly anymore. We're going in. So meet us. Don't beat us at Too Raw for TV. Get the app on the Apple Store for your iPhone, your iPad. Get a subscription. Help us grow because we're growing and we're glowing. And show up, and show out here at Too Raw for TV.tv. The revolution will not be televised. All right. So we got Emauel. He is here with us, and we're going to go into a new segment that you guys definitely want to be a part of. This is a new segment that's going to be called Shadow Band. Shadow Band. So we're going to be playing shadow band videos and videos that you don't normally see on the internet or you may have missed. But it's exclusively for you, exclusively for Two Raw for TV, because guess what? If one thing Two Raw for TV is an uncensored platform. So we're going to bring you guys these shadow band videos that other social medias don't want to show you, but we're going to bring them to you.